fell in love with my best friend. If this happens to you, just take it to the grave. Just push it down. You can die with that. That's an option. But I told him, I was like, hey man, I think I love you. And he was like, oh, Espi, I love you like a sister. And I was like, oh, but not even like a stepsister. We're not related. This could work out. And he wasn't having it with me. It sucked because that really was my best friend, so I had nobody to talk to for like 2 weeks. So I called my mom and I told her what happened, and she was like, oh, Espi, I love you. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to fuck you, Mom. Like, that's not... She is hot, though. She's married, so... You know, I don't know. I'm not really good at dating. I'm half Argentinian. I feel like guys find that out. They're like, oh, you're Argentinian. You must love dancing. I'm like, I don't. They're like, come on, Argentinians love dancing. Don't you love dancing? I'm like, oh, you're a white boy. Does that mean you love school shootings? You know what that means? And then they'll push it too. They'll be annoyed, right? Like, because if I hook up with a guy, I'm fluent in Spanish. They'll be like, oh, talk to me in Spanish, talk to me in Spanish. It just pisses me off, so I have fun with it now. I just drop my voice lower. I'm just like, how about you call me Bobby? Like me very much. I moved here 2 years ago with my boyfriend, and then he left me to go live in a van. And my friends were like, dude, a van, like, he'll be back. I was like, you don't understand, like, the van's nice. So, he's gone. And I haven't had a real job in a few years, so I was teaching a friend Spanish at the time, and I felt like the depression just kept bleeding into the lessons, you know? It got really dark. I remember I was like, okay, today we're going to learn about the conditional tense. In English, that means I would do something, right? So I don't know. In Spanish, you might say something like, me mataría, pero mi exnovio me robó todos los cuchillos. And that means I would kill myself, but my ex-boyfriend stole all my knives. I do have a difficult time dating because I dated a drug addict for too long. Have you guys done this? I mean, you guys are well adjusted. It must be nice. It's hard to date a drug addict because you can be like, I love you, and they're like, where am I? I remember the guy I dated, oh my god, he was such a disaster. His apartment was so disgusting. There were roaches all over the place. And I remember I would stay there, and it was weird because I couldn't find certain things, like dental floss was always missing. And it just turned out that all the roaches were hanging themselves. And you're like, save yourself! So, after him, I was single for like 2 years. And I didn't have any sex, and I got worried. I was like, what if the hole is closed? Just sealed up from lack of use. Like a piercing closes up. My friends were like, dude, stop saying that. It can't close. You have a period, right? And I was like, I don't know. I shit blood sometimes. They were like, what? And I was like, what? And then I was telling this joke another night. There was this gynecologist in the crowd, and she just yelled out. She was like, sweetie, the hole can't close. And I was like, yeah, lady, how stupid do you think I am? Like, what do you think we're doing up here, telling facts? But then she yelled out something else that bothered me. She was like, well, it could close in the future. And I was like, what the fuck? And then she didn't want to talk to me anymore. And I was like, no. You can't stop talking now, right? Because then I felt like I was in this Disney princess situation. You know when they need a kiss by midnight? I was like, yeah, we might need a dick by dawn, dude. I've been sober for 7 years now. I don't drink. Why? In the back of bathroom stalls in the women's room, it always says, don't drink if you think you might be pregnant. I'm like, oh, that's exactly when I would start drinking again. And my friends are always like, oh, you could take a Plan B. And I'm like, dude, Plan B doesn't always work. Right? My friend Sarah took a Plan B and she had Diego. Diego's not even a little bit messed up. I'm like, that's wrong. He should be dead. Are you guys pro-life? Because this feels bad. I don't know. I I feel like too, it's bad because he's going to college this year. I'm like, that's fucked up. I think if you take a plan B and your kid goes to college, there should be a plan B grant. He's like, yeah, we saw